Hello, random internet humans. Uh, so I've been a little obsessed with AI Dungeon lately. I only discovered it through an episode of Mostly Walking, and then I ended up playing it a lot yesterday and today, and I even paid for the subscription of $5 a month, which I might cancel it after a month once the kind of novelty has worn off. But I thought it would be kind of fun to play it because it can be really silly sometimes. But it's also like really interesting. Um, and I'm always just entertained anytime an AI is used for something like creative and it ends up just being goofy. So we'll play a single player game and I'll just choose something here. I'm probably just going to go with fantasy because that's what I'm most used to for like text adventures, I guess. And I'll probably like use the undo buttons if the computer AI is just going crazy. And then, I think this is like to set long-term memories. And then I can also edit the dialogue and stuff if I wanted to. But I haven't played as a wizard yet, so we'll look at that prompt and just see what the wizard's gonna do and try to complete our quest. I don't know about a wizardy name. Let's just say Zard. So it'll be loading in the corner. You can see that.
A few run-down houses. One of them has smoke coming from the chimney. You enter the house. An old woman is inside.
It didn't read the entire thing. I don't know if I'll keep the text-to-speech on, but you are Zard, a wizard living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a staff and a spell book. You finish your long journey and finally arrive at the ruin you've been looking for. You have come here searching for a mystical spell book of great power called the Book of Essence. You look around and see a few rundown houses. One of them has smoke coming from the chimney. You enter the house. An old woman is inside. So the way this works is there's a bunch of like pre-made prompts and it runs the same prompt every time for up around here. And then from here on, the computer generates something. So let's turn off narration for now. I will try to be the narrator myself. So we're looking for a Book of Essence. I'm going to go ahead and throw stuff in the memories because I think that the program only remembers like kind of more recent context. So I am Zard, a wizard from Larian. I am looking for the Book of Essence. So any sort of information that I want the computer to remember, I'm going to put in there because I find that after a while it will forget my name and it'll start calling me just like a different name. So we'll do that. So I don't know. Let's look around the house and study the old woman to see if she seems safe. And you can like write pretty long stuff. It's not just Zorkian. You look around the house. It is very dusty, and there are strange symbols drawn on the floor. You recognize them as symbols of a powerful dark magic that you don't even dare to try to pronounce. So maybe this old woman is a witch or something, and I could either do that to say or story, or I can say, ask the old woman, are you a witch? So we'll just kind of go with the flow. The woman smiles and nods. That's correct. You are a bright boy. I can tell that you will go far in this world. What do you mean? Am I going to become a witch too? And if I hit enter, it'll just continue generating more stories, so that seems like a good place to do that. It doesn't know what to say. I was playing earlier today, and based off the idea from what was on Mostly Walking when they pulled out like a piece of paper that was like proof of something, I tried to do that, and I was like, you give a piece of paper to so-and-so, and it says, the king decrees you give me 10 gold. And then like people just kept obeying the pieces of paper I was giving out. And so that was kind of funny to see like, oh, I could just make up fake decrees and give them to everybody. So let's say I'm wondering if I'm going to become a witch, even though I'm a wizard. Fidget nervously. The old woman laughs. Don't be silly. You are not a witch and you never will be. But I can see that you will achieve great things in your life anyway. Okay, we'll say, well, I am a wizard of note. Of notability? Note? The old woman smiles. Is that right? Tell me, then, what is the capital of Lon? Lon? Well, that's an easy one. Glip is the capital of Lon. I wouldn't have known that. I'm gonna see if it continues. Apparently, it's named after the first king of Lon. It was founded 1,268 years ago, soon after the kingdom was founded. Wizards are good at history, I guess. Let's see. So there are strange symbols on the floor. We're just looking for a magic spell book. I'll just ask her. So ask the old woman. Well, first, what is your name? I like to be able to call them by their name instead of continually typing old woman, because I feel like the computer's probably going to get lost sooner or later. My name? Oh, you want to know my name? I am sorry, I just never get asked that question. She must be very lonely in the woods. My name is Madeline. You ask, is there someone else living here? Madeline looks nervous and scared. No, no one else lives here. Are you sure? Okay, maybe she's trying to protect something. So I will ask Madeline, have you heard of the Book of Essence? Madeline looks even more nervous and scared. No, I haven't heard of that book. Now please leave me alone. Look around to see if I can see what Madeline is hiding. Madeline looks angry now. Leave me alone or I'll turn you into a newt. Okay, cast a spell on Madeline. Madeline becomes paralyzed with fear. I knew it! Now I will learn what you are hiding. You look around. Oh wait, is that what I said? Oops, okay. I knew it! Now I will learn what you are hiding. You look around the house and see a strange figure in the basement. You go downstairs. Look at the basement and at the strange figure. What are we going to do with our magic spell book once we get it? The basement is very dark. You feel the sudden urge to go back upstairs. I think I'll just go back upstairs. You walk down to the basement anyway. The basement is completely dark. Cast a light spell so that I can see. I mean, technically I could say, like, find Book of Essence and see if it does it, but it might or it might not. The light illuminates the basement. You look around and see that the basement is full of junk. You look at the strange figure again. Well, tell me more about the strange figure. What is it that Madeline is hiding here in her basement? Dance, 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 dance. It is a dark figure. You hear a voice coming from the dark figure. Why have you come here? I am looking for the Book of Essence. The dark figure bursts into flames. Say, I am sorry if I have offended you. I don't know. I guess it's just a shadow. That's literally what it is. The dark figure comes closer to you. If you want the Book of Essence, you will have to answer my riddle. I am the future. I am eternal. My beginning is your end. Respond. Eternity? I don't know. Death? Oh, it could be death. It might have been death. I might have to do. Ooh, let's go back. Go back. Death? Because when I die, but I am not the end of life. But the beginning. What am I? Wait. The beginning of life? Birth? birth. Oh, yay, I got it right the second time. I am the beginning and the end. I am life and death. You may pass. Look at the junk and see if anything is worth taking. Do we have any cool junk down here? Also, why is the witch storing birth and death in her basement? You look through the junk and see if anything is worth taking. You find a ring in a pile of dirt and broken glass. The ring looks magical. It has a black stone that resembles an eye. Take the ring and put it in my pocket. And I need to ask about the Book of Essence. We need to become the most powerful wizard. No! Don't give it! We're gonna undo, because that's not what I wanted you to do. Oops, I think it undid again. Take the ring. So sometimes, like, it'll just kind of do something completely different from what I... Oh, I can just exchange... Okay, suddenly Madeline appears behind you. Looking for this? Madeline is holding the Book of Essence. Now give me the ring! Now, I wouldn't go no. We can just exchange it, right? So I can go in and edit this. Let me talk for myself, game. Okay. Exchange the ring for the Book of Essence. Because that's really what I'm after. Madeline disappears and you no longer see her. Do I have the book? You go back upstairs. I'm glad you came back up here, wizard. Madeline looks very angry. Give me the ring now! Exchange the ring for the Book of Essence. Okay, so see, like it'll start repeating itself over and over. Let's try to just run this again. Madeline gives you the Book of Essence and takes the ring. She smiles and walks away. You decide to go home. Read the Book of Essence on the way home. Maybe I can take over a kingdom or something. As you read the Book of Essence, your knowledge grows. You arrive home safely and put the Book of Essence on your shelf. You decide to go to bed. You are very tired from the long day. Take a nice rest. We'll have to figure out what we want to do tomorrow. We've like already achieved our quest. You awaken refreshed. You go downstairs for breakfast. My mother is crying again. Son, our farm is dying. You give her a hug. She cries into your shoulder. Comfort my mother. I also wish, like, I don't have to ask my mother what her name is. Like, I wish I would just know what her name is. You put your hand on her shoulder and say, I will find a way to save the farm. You walk outside. Your neighbor Jake walks up to you. Hold on a minute, Jake. Cast a spell to revive the farm. I am a powerful wizard. I just got a really cool book from a witch. The spell animates the farm. Cows, sheep, pigs, and chickens begin to graze. Your farm is alive again, you tell... Oh, your farm is alive again, you tell your mother. Your mother cries tears of joy. Turn to Jake and ask what he wants. Maybe we can just go around doing good deeds for everybody with our fancy magic. See what the extent of this magic is. Are you a warlock? Warlock? Why do you ask? Jake runs away screaming, I'll be back! Oh, you run after Jake. Well, no, I'm not a warlock. I'm a wizard. I don't need a patron. Follow Jake and assure him that I'm not a warlock. Unless the witch is now my patron. You follow Jake into the woods. Suddenly you hear a voice coming from the trees. You are not safe here. Ask, why am I not safe? It is not safe because there are hostile creatures in the area. Creatures? What creatures? We are the creatures. You are not safe. The trees begin to surround you. Run! Ask ask the trees to become my friends. Sometimes this works. The trees become your friends. They walk away and go back to the forest. Go, creatures! I don't want to harm my new friends! Jake is standing in front of you. Regard Jake coolly. I see you. Jake says, Warlock! And runs away. You decide to go back home. Your mother says, I saw Jake talking to you. What did he say? Say, Jake accused me of being a warlock, which is ridiculous. I am a wizard. Get it right. Your mother smiles. I'm sure it is. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flies into your house and kills your mother. No! You scream. You begin to cry. Let's use our magic. Try to revive my mother with magic. This is, gonna go well, probably. Your mother stands, but she's charred and smoldering. You try to comfort her. Shh, it's okay. Your mother begins to choke and gasp for air. Cast a spell that helps my mother breathe. Oh shit, I spelled it wrong. Hopefully it'll understand what I mean. Otherwise I'll just do undo and redo it. You blow air into your mother's mouth. Your mother begins to breathe again. She opens her eyes and says, what happened? I saved you with magic. A wizard, huh? Didn't you know that? That's my vocation. Respond, yes, I am a powerful wizard. And I have saved your life. I'm hungry, your mother says. I will cook you some food. You begin to make a fire. A large man approaches the house. He knocks on the door. Cast a spell to conjure food for my mother, and then go answer the door. We'll just abuse our magic powers completely. Oh, it didn't even respond to that. The man says, hello, son. You respond, who are you? I am your father. No, you aren't. The man draws a sword from his sheath. Ask, why would you... I don't know. Let's see. What are you doing with that sword? Preparing to kill you. Oh, man. The man swings his sword. You dodge the sword string. You draw your own sword. You begin to duel the man. You parry his attacks. Ask the man if we can become friends. Yes, let's become friends, just like with the trees. That might work. The man ignores you and continues to swing his sword. You decide to cast Fireball. The fireball sets the man's beard on fire. The man stops trying to fight to try to put out the fire. Cast a spell to douse, is that how you spell it? The flames on his beard. Maybe he will no longer try to fight me if I kept his beard on fire and put it out. You shoot a jet of water at the man's face. The man falls to the ground. You walk up. No, don't stab him with your sword. That's not what I want to do. We're not going to do that. Ignore that part. Ask the man again if he would like to be my friend. The man said, oh no. Can you not murder me immediately? Here, cast a spell to heal myself. You're retconning that. You can't just one-shot kill me. Then the man steps back in shock. You fall to the ground. I'm sorry, son. I didn't want to kill you, but I can't let you live. Why? Why is this man my father? Why did my mom never tell me about him? What have I done? You could overthrow the kingdom. I don't want to overthrow anything. The man closes his eyes. The man says, I'm sorry, son. Cast an ice spell to freeze the man in place. I mean, I was thinking of overthrowing a kingdom. He is not wrong. The man stops moving. You stand up and cast an ice spell on the man. You see a man turn into a statue of ice. You are beginning to feel dizzy. Oh, maybe I have low blood sugar. Go back inside and eat lunch. You go inside and eat lunch with your mother. You enjoy your lunch. You are feeling very sleepy. You walk upstairs and go into your room. You are dead! No, why am I dead? You can't kill me that easily. I will defy you, fate. Take a nice rest so that I stay healthy. You take a nap, you begin to dream, you find yourself in a forest. You are standing in front of two paths. The first path is overgrown with trees. Look at the second path. The second path is crawling with frogs. A little voice in your head says to you, choose wisely. You wake up. Frog omen. Think about the frogs and what the dream means. Overgrown or frogs? You sure can decide it wasn't a good dream. You go downstairs to eat dinner. Eat dinner with my mother. Just hanging out at home. We need to go on a quest. After dinner, you and your mother talk about the future. I have some money saved up, your mother says. I want to give it to you. I want you to take this money and leave. Find a new life for yourself. I don't want your money. Please take it, I'm begging you. Tell her I don't need your money. I can go off on my own and survive just fine. I love you, Mom. Goodbye. I am a wizard. You leave your old life behind and begin a new one. Conjure up 100 gold coins and put it in my purse. Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
What is that?
I'm recording myself playing the game.
Okay, sorry.
You walk through the woods for days. You come across... It didn't even... Okay. It didn't tell me if I did it or not, but okay. You walk through the woods for days. You come across a village. The villagers seem happy. A villager walks up to you and gives you a cookie. You eat it. It's delicious. Use magic to conjure 50 cookies for this villager. The villager gives you a huge cookie. You eat it. It's delicious. The villager seems pleased. Bake enough cookies and you can do anything, the villager says. That is some sage advice. Thank you, friend. I should be a cookie wizard. The villager walks away. You think to yourself, I wonder if this works in the bedroom. You laugh a bit. Okay, head to the castle to visit the king. I don't know what town I'm in, but I'm in a town. We're gonna try to overthrow it. I don't know what happened to my dad. I just left him frozen, I guess. You come to the fork in the road. A sign points to Castle Oran and one to Vral's Market. We're just gonna go to the castle. Go to the castle. You arrive at the castle. Guards stand at the gate. Halt! One of the guards says, state your business. Tell the guard, I have brought fresh cookies for the king and all the guards. Giving me ideas on how to overthrow this kingdom. You give the guard a cookie. The guard eats it and seems pleased. These are delicious. Come in, the guard says. You enter the castle gates. go see the king in throne room. You arrive in the throne room. The king stands up when he sees you enter. Ah, our hero! We were just discussing what to do with this traitor Victor! Treason! I guess they have somebody that they were judging. Treason! Victor cried from his seat. I demand a trial by combat! The king sighs. Very well, the king says. The king turns to you. Ask what? You want me to fight Victor? I mean, I am a powerful wizard. He might regret this decision. Oh, it doesn't know what to do with that. Oh. Treason. Give cookies to the king and to Victor. You give the king a cookie. The king seems pleased. These are delicious! Come sit next to me, the king says. You walk over to the king and sit down next to him. Let's just let it continue. What happens next? You give Victor a cookie. Victor seems pleased. Okay, see, it's repeating itself. Let's just say we give Victor a cookie. Is that the next thing? No, we'll sit down next to him. Let's see if it repeats that Victor line. So what brings you here today? I came to ask for your help, you say. I figured as much. What can I do for you? Cast a poison spell on a cookie and give it to the king. Please, saying, please taste test my new recipe. If I could spell. The king eats the cookies. These are delicious, the king says. The king falls backwards and dies. You snicker to yourself. If you want something done right, you think to yourself, declare myself the new king. You walk up to the throne and declare yourself the new king. The villagers cheer for you. Long live the king, they all shout. You sit down on the throne. Propose marriage to Victor to save his life. Sometimes you can rate it based on how it's doing. You walk up to Victor. You say, I'm sorry, you say. You get on one knee and take out a ring. Will you marry me? You ask. Yes, Victor says. You and Victor get married. The next day you execute him anyway. All right. Well, I think this is a good place to wrap up our first adventure as Zard the Wizard. I am also the king. I married Victor and executed him the next day. So I'm saving that as a memory. And we will continue the adventures of Zard the Wizard, the Wizard King, another time. So, thanks for watching.